Alrighty everyone, last but not least, we want to use this animation, give it to our client, use that inside Unreal / Unity, and do all that cool stuff that we love to do with our animations. With our own rig that we brought in. We retargeted it, we did all the cleanup, and imagine this is a fully cleaned up animation, satisfactory to your needs, and now is the time for you to export it. So for exporting it, we need to first bake whatever we have in the control rig animation, because this is a control rig animation. We need to bake it to the skeleton directly, like the skeleton, like the actual skeleton of the joints of the character, because this is not the skeleton. This is just a bunch of controls for the character that we made. It's called a control rig. We need to bake this to the skeleton. So the first thing we do, we make a hard save for our thing. We're going to be doing this multiple times throughout this tutorial, like 2-3 times, because these are destructive processes. You cannot revert back. Believe me, you cannot. So that's why we do it. So imagine this is the good thing you have. This is fully cleaned. We go and hard save it. I'm going to do here. I'm going to name it backup cleaned. I'm just going to name it whatever, but just again, make sure it's another file that's going to be a backup. I mean, it opens that file by automatic, but again, if this one gets screwed, we go revert back to what we had. Alright, so we first bake what we have to the control rig. By the way, we have multiple takes of animations, as you know. So yeah, all these takes will be, you can export them. You need to clean them all one by one. So let's say I want, these are all good in my let's say they're all good, right? Let's just export them. So the first thing you do, you go to here. Make sure your core character is here, source is control rig like it is right now. Blue, bake plot, bake to skeleton, but make sure to click this 3 dots, not the text. Plot all takes. You will do this once you have all their animations done. If you just want to do this one that you are in, you just don't select this, I'll select all of it. And you have all that, boom, boom, boom. I just select plot. It's gonna take a little time. I don't know why it's just opening the news for me. And now the character source is none. That means it's directly on the skeleton. Now everything is fine. We have all our takes. Take 1 and take 2. I am going to save this now. This is the second stage of thing. Now this is a hard save. Because sometimes when you save it crashes on all that. So that's why I just so this is step number 1. Step number 2. Create another hard copy. I'm just gonna get backup cleaned, baked, saved, save as, boom. So we have this. Now what we need to do, get rid of everything extra in our scene. Everything in Motion Builder, like the optical, actors, and all that. So click the optical, go to your scene, optical, select that. Now go to actors. In general, let's just select actors, marker set, characters, control rigs, opticals, and I think that's about all. Yep, you right click, select branches, that would select everything underneath these branches. Now you go to delete and then confirm, you press OK, and then you would press yes to all. Then make sure your rig is fine. If you're satisfied with it, you would press Ctrl S one more time. And now is the time for you to actually export it. And it is technically, this is already exported, but we'd like to do it in a fancy way, because now when the client imports these in their project, it would be 2 animations. But usually the best practice is that we have 1 animation per file. Usually, again, depends on the need and all that, but that's how we do it. Let's say this is take 1 and all that. Alright, this is fully done. We have it saved. Now we do save as. We click this thing. This would make sure each of these animation takes, again, each of these takes would become 1 file. So you can do that. You can leave this on or off, doesn't matter. So here I'm just gonna go for export. And I'm just gonna, what I do, I just always make a new folder for export, because that's just the best way. Make sure you press this, save. Now it's gonna select these 2, it's gonna export them. you can change your take name here, or you can just not have it. Like I can just say here like first one. If I just like extend this. Second one, or you can just be like, yeah, this is like dance 1, this is dance 2, I don't know, this is like whatever, running cycle, idle, whatever. And now we press save, and now we have our good cleaned animation. Now I think that's in here. Yep, first one, take 2, whatever. I think it just didn't get the second one. Yeah, but that's why I always recheck things. But now if I was to open up Unity or Unreal and I bring this to Unity and Unreal, this would be a fully working character. And I can prove it to you by quickly just opening my Unreal. I don't want to do this on my 343 project. I might as well just do it on Unity. You know what? No, I'm just going to do it on Unreal. Same process in Unity. You just gotta do some more same things again. I can just bring it to my own project technically. All you gotta do is just bring this to the project, and then just you drag it to the scene, or you can just watch it live. Unreal has that good ability. You can watch your preview animations right away, because Unity is kind of weird for that stuff. Though Unity is mostly used in CAT with IAT 445, 410, sometimes 312, I think. I forgot. But yeah, again, same. Like from now on, it just depends on the client what they're gonna do with the animation. I'm an Unreal user. I'm gonna bring this into Unreal, and all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create. Have so many folders. I'm just gonna call it Mocap because I'm gonna delete this folder later. I'm just gonna bring it in. I could probably just drag it in. Yeah. Here you go. I would just drag it in. Skeletal mesh. I would also import the animations. Yes, yes. That's all good. I would say import all. I think what I should have done is grab one mesh and then grab the other mesh and set it as the mesh for the other animation. But it's fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. That's how Unreal works. When you import something, you gotta be like, you import the first animation, so the animation and the rig is gonna be there. And yeah, it created 2 rigs for us, for example, right now. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. But again, if you want to know how to do it in Unreal, like, because you need to have one rig, but multiple animations. Like, not multiple rigs and multiple animations. So if I want to do it, that's why I always use right-click import. But since I'm here, I would drag the first one in. I would do the same thing, import this one by itself. It's fine. It's just 30 frames, subframe, to be borderline, either re-export animation or enable snap to closest frame boundary. It's just talking about the length of the animation is a little too long. Like, it's a single animation sequence. That's how Unreal is. And it's just saying the frame rate and the subframe. Don't worry about that too much. So we have that. I'm just gonna go here. That's just an Unreal issue because I imported this animation multiple times in Unity and stuff, and it worked. But let's just now, you can just drag it in one more time, and this time I would be like, yep, do not import the skeletal mesh, use my skeletal mesh. Sorry, use the animation. Boom. Import animation, import all. And now it's just gonna import the animation, and now we can work with it. Yeah, that's how you do it on Unreal. Again, that's just a very specific way. Same, probably like technically same thing in Unity as well, but again, just a different process of importing. But us being end users right now, here we go. I'm just gonna grab this little animation, and instead of actually grabbing and get in, I'm just gonna play it in the outliner, if that's fine for you guys. We have the full animation of the guy going around. So yeah, thank you guys for sticking around. This was a great journey. I got to teach this to you guys. And thanks to Tim and Jay for making this happen. And I hope you guys enjoyed this series. And again, sorry for my bad mic that I have. But I'm really, again, hopefully, like, you guys are, um, you guys won't, like, be kind of like annoyed by it. But thank you for sticking around. Thank you for listening, and thank you for coming to IAT 198. Please tell your friends about it. It's a good class. I hope you learned a lot already. These are the best practices in the industry, animation, and in general. Mocap is always on the go, so you know we always need mocap. That's why I'm just gonna delete this. So yeah, a need for good mocap people is always there, and you should be the one for it. Don't let other people do it because it's a job that not a lot of people want to do. But because of that, that means you have a less competitive market, and you can actually thrive in this business. And well, animation has a very, very big like thing. I'm not saying animation is like thing, but I'm just saying like people who do mocap technical work like this. There are not lots of people who want to do this actually, and you could utilize this and like for example grab like capture some crazy ninja shots and clean those up and bring it into Unreal, hook it up to a good looking rig or something, and you can have that as your portfolio piece. As easy as that, or well, a part of your portfolio. I'm not gonna say you're gonna get into a like great industry with just that, but yeah, like it is definitely a piece that you can put on your portfolio because I got multiple job applications in my animation jobs. Sorry, the animation work that I did. In fact, some of the work I have done so far comes from my experience in mocap. And even though they're kind of not related, I was an XR VR developer for Unity at some point, making a therapeutic experience. And I got hired because I was doing mocap and I was working on Unreal at the same time. And they were like, "Oh, you do mocap? You do animation? Hell yeah, you're in." And I kind of got surprised. So yeah, all these little things add up. Try to always follow your passion. Try to be very nitpicky. That's what people love to see. Even though you might look like a nerd, you will love it because the result you will get is better than most people that just try to ignore. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna fix it later. Yeah, or that's not a big deal. But these little issues that you find and you fix, they will define how you are as a detail-oriented person. So these are very things that you should take care of. And sorry for the rant, but just thought I would say that. Thank you for coming to IAT 198, and thank you for following up this tutorial. Um, I hope I'll see you soon. And if you have questions, want to talk to me, just tag me on Discord. So yeah, thank you a lot. Take care.